Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Colorado Avalanche franchise mode. So in last episode we had the off season. We managed to get a really good steal late in the draft in Gerbeshkov, who's up to his 72 for his first AHL season, so I'm excited to see how that guy pans out. Otherwise, we didn't really do much in terms of changing up the team. We did let go of a few guys just to make room for some prospects. As you can see, Kulp and Zadorov are now in the lineup. As well, we did acquire Dave Anderchuk as a free agent signing just for some depth. And since he won the Stanley Cup in 2003-04, which was his last season in the NHL, we might as well give him a shot here. Also, Sam Strodwick up to an 81, so I'm excited to see how he does this season. And then Ross Carter is our backup, so we got a lot of young players that are playing with our veterans, so hopefully those guys kind of produce a bit. Strodwick actually has first power play time, like first line power play time, so that should really help out the power play, I think, this year, considering he's like an offensive defenseman and he's playing with Sakic, Forsberg, Fleury, and Ozolinsh. So I'm excited to see Strodwick. Hopefully he has a very good rookie season. The other two, I think, might be just a bit less than that because they're just going to be playing fourth line role the entire season, unless they grow a lot. So let's get right into this season simulation and see how good these guys do. I'm really excited because those guys have been kind of hyping up at least Strodwick for a couple of seasons now, maybe one season only. I just need to get a glass of water because my throat is really sore, so I'll cut out the audio right here. Okay, I'm back. So we are doing really good so far here in the preseason, outscoring opponents 9-2. And then we lose to LA, not that it really matters that much. Hopefully our HL team can still do good this year, even though they did lose a lot of their good players from their Calder Cup run last year. I'm glad at least they won the Calder Cup, even though we lost the Stanley Cup Finals. It would have been nice if we won both. But at least these youngsters, hopefully they have like a lot of like speed in their game, and it kind of helps out with this older team. Because we're kind of an old team, to be honest, because we got a lot of veterans like Sakic and whatnot. So 5-2 in the preseason. Let's actually just go all the way up to the end of this month. So the first month of NHL action, we start off against New Jersey. That's not good because Marty Brodeur's probably still between the pipes. So first game of the season, and then we have 5 straight road games. Damn, we beat New Jersey 3-2. Good job, boys. They actually almost went to the Cup Finals last year as well. And we lose to Arizona 5-3. Can we beat Tampa Bay, who's trending in the right direction? Yes, we do. It'd be nice if Tampa Bay won the Cup around this time as well, just because they did in real life. And as of the case of last year, Zadorov continues with his injury problems, like getting injured 3 games into his career. Because last year he got injured quite a bit in the minors. So that's one thing we got to keep note of. Like, we might have to trade him away eventually. So Dave Anderchuk, 77 faceoffs. So yeah, he is actually a good centerman as well. We'll put him in there. See how he does at his 39 years of age. Hopefully he helps us out. Like, it'd be nice to give this guy a Stanley Cup in his last season, like in real life. Because technically to this point he never had a Stanley Cup. I don't know if he did in this GM mode yet, but still technically to this point he didn't. And he actually had an assist in 2 games, so good job, Dave. He's 40 now. Definitely the oldest player we've had in this on this team so far. Another game against Tampa Bay, our last game against them already this season, and we lose 5-3. Okay, not a bad start so far. We haven't actually lost in overtime so far, but it will probably come soon at least. Not that I really want us to lose in overtime, but because it's basically like a regulation loss. So the AHL team is kind of playing like weird hockey right now. They're almost 2-2-2, but that doesn't really matter. Our NHL team is where we're concerned about. Game against the Florida Panthers is a tie. Okay, that's our first tie of the season. And then we tied with the Finns as well. So back-to-back ties. Hopefully Finland starts to trend in the right direction, because they've been really bad for the first like 5 years of this. Like, I don't know if they'll ever make the playoffs by the end of this series. Okay, so 8-2-2, really good hockey so far. Let's actually just see who's leading us in points. And it's currently Sakic with 12 points in 12 games. Good job, Burnaby Joe. Got to get that captain to lead you to a Stanley Cup victory. Okay, let's go another month. Game against the Germans, who are playing above 500 currently, so that's good for them. Sean Donovan's been injured. Let's go replace player. Hopefully we don't suffer too much injuries this year. We've already suffered 2, and it's been to like the bottom 6, so. But yeah, we are playing pretty good, and now Dave Anderchuk's been injured. Wow, the depth guy getting injured, so McBain's going to have to play offense, I guess. Reed Little is back for the minors, but he was never injured. Game against the Montreal Canadiens, and sorry if my voice is kind of like going crotchety. That was a nice 5-4 victory. Game against the Finns, we win 4-0. Yeah, this season's looking really good so far. Like, we've already won 2 President's Trophies in this series, but we've still not have won a Stanley Cup, so I'm hoping that we win a cup this year, and I don't really care about the President's Trophy as much, but it'd be nice to win both. So Anderchuk is back in the lineup, because we still have that injury to, who is it? I don't even, oh, Sean Donovan, is he actually healthy? He might be healthy. Yeah, Sean Donovan might be healthy, so let's just put him in. Actually, no, he's not. But we'll still put him in anyways. He should be able to survive. And yes, he has. Okay, good. But yeah, we're playing really good hockey right now. Like, we almost got, yeah, we have 15 wins and only 5. Well, actually, the last 2 are ties, I think. Yeah, they are. So we've only lost 3 times in regulation so far this season. So I guess we got the great abundance of veterans and youth on this team. Hopefully this continues in the playoffs. Hopefully it's not a first round exit, because that usually happens when you play really good, like what happened with the Tampa Bay Lightning in real life recently. But yeah, we almost have 20 wins and only 3 regulation losses. This is looking pretty good so far. Game against the Blues is a nice win again, so we got 20 wins now on the season. Game against the SHL team, which is kind of struggling a bit, and we beat them as well. Wow, this team is killing it. Damn, Forsberg, 29 points in 27 games. Let's actually take a look at the player stats quickly. I just want to see how those rookies are doing. So our first rookie, Sam Strudwick's got 20 points in his first 27 NHL games, so he's looking really good. It's probably that power play, because he's got 8 power play points already. Culp has got 10 points on the 4th line. Good job, Culp. And that's only the 4th line. Zidorov's got 7 points in 25 games. Good job, him. And then Darmour's only got 4 points as an 85. That's surprising. Okay. How about Carter? How's he playing? 7-1. Wow. Carter's playing really good, and Wall is playing really good. Like, hopefully this season gives him like a big shot of growth. And then if Wall retires this year, it's not going to be as big of a blow to our team. Then maybe next year we just get a backup instead, because Patrick Waugh could retire this year. Maybe that's why Patrick Waugh's playing so good. He knows it's going to be his last season in the NHL. Let's go another month. We're going to get this entire season done probably in this video. Once we get to the deadline, though, I'm going to go over the transactions that happened, just like in previous season simulations. So this might be a bit of a long episode, just like most of the season sims are. Just in case you are wondering. Well, you probably know, actually, because it's on YouTube, so. But yeah, this team is really doing good. Like, we might break records this season, but then again, the Sim's probably going to find a way to give us like a 5-game losing streak, because it usually does that. After you play so good, it's just like, yeah, you know what, you need 5 losses, and that is not good. Steve Sullivan has been injured with post-concussion syndrome, and he's not back till March. So we're without Steve Sullivan till like for 3 months. So that is not good. So Dave Vanderchuk, you're actually going to get a chance to, I guess, prove yourself worthy on this team. But damn, that is a big blow. Because Sullivan was probably playing pretty good, I would assume. But why not give 40-year-old Dave Vanderchuk a chance? Game against the Carolina Hurricanes. Can we continue winning without Sullivan, please? We tie? Okay. I'll take that. It's still a point. Game against the Caps. And it's a loss. Yeah, we're kind of struggling a bit this month, but not that much. And Grabeshkov has been injured in the minors. Let's go replace player. Hopefully Grabeshkov is doing good down there. Like, if he grows to being NHL ready by next season already, then that 7th round pick was definitely a really good steal. Like, he was a 70 overall out of the draft, so it's pretty good for a 7th rounder. So Zubov is up to his 75. He could be NHL bound next season for sure, which is great. And Grabeshkov up to his 74. How's he been? 12 points, not too bad. So we're on a 2-game winning streak currently. We're almost at 30 wins already, which is insane to say that, like, because it's not even January yet. Like, this might be one of my best season sims if it continues like this. And the fact that we let go of, like, some of our better players last year, like, I think we let go of, who was it, Mike Dunham and stuff like that, and yet these youngsters are coming into the lineup and just playing great. Unless it's the power play unit just continuing to hum, because like I said, Strudwick playing with Ozolinsh, those two would be really good together. And then you also got like Sakic, Forsberg, and Fleury. That's like a really good power play unit. Like I feel like we're going to have the best power play this season, maybe just because of that unit, but I could be wrong. If for some reason we have a really bad power play, I would be kind of concerned to an extent, because with that much skill level, you should be able to put the puck in the net. But yeah, this team is not slowing down. Like, literally, we're almost at 40 wins already, and we've only lost 5 times in regulation. Wow, okay. I might have broken this game. Jesus. 40 wins almost, and only 5 regulation losses, and then 5 ties. Like, there was only 5 games where we did not get any points in it so far this season. Like, I don't think it's going to continue all 82 games, but if it does, that's pretty crazy. And now we've lost one of our best defensemen, Adam Foote, with an MCL sprain until February 26th, so he's out for like a month and a bit. That really sucks. But at least we have Darmore to go up, and Strudwick is up to an 85 now too, so that is actually really good. I might actually give Strudwick that time instead. But yeah, Strudwick's already ready to be in a top 2 pretty much. So that's good. And then McBain will go in right there. So we should be able to still win without Adam Foote in the lineup, just because how good Strudwick is. And he's getting more ice time now, so he should be even better. And Grabeshkov has been injured again. He broke his hand down there in the minors. Not good. Hopefully he's not an injury-prone player either. Because if he is, then that's not good, because yeah, then we're just gonna have to deal with a lot of injuries in the coming seasons and whatnot when he's in the NHL. But the AHL team has actually found a way to get themselves back to 500 hockey, so that's good. If they keep pushing like that, they might make the playoffs. Game against the New York Islanders, and we win. Oh my god, we're almost at 40 wins and only 6 losses in regulation. This is pretty insane. There's a tie. Game against Dallas. Can we get 40 wins before then? Yes, we can. 40 wins before February the 1st. Well, I'm definitely not making any trades this year, but yeah, this team just knows what to do. Hopefully, Forsberg stays healthy this entire year, because last year, if you guys didn't watch for some reason, he went down with an injury multiple times in the playoffs, and yeah, that's the main reason we lost the Stanley Cup final. Okay, so let's go all the way up to the deadline, and then we're going to see where we're sitting on the standings, which is probably first, unless there's some other team that's absolutely killing it. We did just lose 2 games in regulation, so this is probably where the simulation's like, yeah, you're playing way too good, and it's time to slow down. But yeah, we're going to take a look at all the trades that happen around the league. see if there was any big blockbusters between any teams. Hopefully there is. Like, I know there is some big players that are retired now, like Gretzky retired last season, so I'm not sure who's left really. Yeah, we're not making any trades. I don't think there's any use, because we're going to be getting like Foot back from injury soon, and then Sullivan will be back in March. Like, we've been playing so good with even out without Sullivan. Like, we're struggling a bit this month. We got 3 losses, now 4 losses, just because the sim wants to give us some L's. Game against Dallas is another win. Can we get 50 wins? No, we can't. No, we can't before the end of this month. We could get close to it. We could get almost 49 wins before the end of this month. And we're not going to do so as we get a tie. There you go. At least we're getting ties, because I would rather ties than losses at this point, even though we are playing really good. I just want the best record possible for this team. But then again, I want us to also do good in the playoffs. So Grabeshkov up to a 77 now. Wow. Him and Zubov. So both these guys... Grabeshkov's actually a 4th liner already. I'm not going to call him up, though. But if we have an injury to, say, Andrechuk, he's definitely the type of guy that's going to get called up. Him or Zubov. And we lose to Nashville. So, yeah, this month has been a bit of a struggle. It could be just because the simulation wants to give us those losses, like I was saying. So Foot is back in the lineup, so that takes out Mike McBain. And you know what? I'm going to demote Foot to the second pairing. Yeah, and then I'm going to put Miller with Dan Deneau. Just because Strudwick and Ozolinch, the 2 of those guys, have been really good on the power play. So they should be good during regular, during regular ice time, I guess I could say. So at the deadline, we are 45, 11, and 8. Let's just go past this deadline because we're not making trades. And yeah, okay, let's take a look at the standings. How much points do we have more than the next place team? We have 98 points. We're 34 points above Edmonton for second in this division. The next closest team in the league has 84 points, and that's Detroit. And then it's Philadelphia with 82. Interesting, and already 73 points from Peter Forsberg. Okay. Let's quickly save this, and then we're going to take a look at what trades have happened. Hopefully there's a blockbuster or 2. So we got to go to this. Yeah, we got to go to the news feed. And then player pick and trading. So let's go to the bottom of this list. Looks like there's a lot of trades. So Jason Marshall has been traded to the Boston Bruins from San Jose for a 2nd and a 3rd in 2025. Juho Jalonen has been traded to Finland, so he's going back to his home country for Keho, a 3rd and a 4th. Those going to the Mighty Ducks. The LA Kings have acquired a 3rd and a 4th for a 3rd and a 4th and Matthew Spencer. Those going to Boston. New York has acquired a 2025 first from Florida for Aki Berg, a 3rd and a 4th. So apparently Aki Berg has a lot of trade value. Germany has acquired J.Y. LaRue and Nicholas Nordgren from the Mighty Ducks for Holmquist and Jamie Pusher. So that's actually kind of cool. Jamie Pusher actually played for the Ducks for quite a bit, because he was traded from Detroit to there during 97 season. I actually mentioned it, I think, in my podcast, if you guys have watched that. Florida has acquired Roman Hamrlik from Edmonton, so the former 1st overall pick getting traded for Mers, Roman Turek, and a 4th, so Roman Turek going to Edmonton. Chicago has acquired a 3rd and a 6th for a 3rd and Garth Snow, those going to Buffalo. Prospect Trenton Ness and Milan Korpin are going to the San Jose Sharks from Finland for Vincent Damphou, Stefan Matteau, and a 3rd. Wow. So I guess San Jose is just unloading on their veterans. But, yeah, Damphou is headed to Finland. That's cool. Next up, Dallas has acquired a 2nd and a 3rd and F. David for Robert Svala, Sergei Brilin, and a 4th. Those going to Phoenix. Michael Holmquist and Jamie Pusher have been traded to Germany, so now Mighty Ducks have traded those guys again for J.Y. LaRue, who was also traded earlier, and Antti Alto. So multiple guys getting traded multiple times. Toronto has acquired a third in Robert Petrovicki from Montreal for a third and a fourth. San Jose has acquired a second and a fourth for Doug Zmolik, a third, and Peter Worrell. Those going to Ottawa. Pittsburgh has acquired a second, a third, and Kari Hakana for a second in Shane Peacock. Those headed to the Flames. Pittsburgh has acquired Brad Brown from Finland for Dan Kessa, straight up. Interesting. So Dan Kessa actually, I think, was in Finland last season, wasn't he? Or on a different team, and then he went back to Pittsburgh again and then got traded. Pittsburgh has acquired Merrick Malik in a third for a first and a second. So no really huge blockbusters, really. Some teams unloading their firsts and some unloading some prospects, but nothing huge. So let's continue the season simulation and get this done with. And then we'll take a look at our player stats for the season, who we're facing in the first round, and all that sort of thing. So let's go all the way up to, I think that was April the 1st. Glenn Wesley on waivers. No, he's probably getting up there in age. So Amari Roach has been injured in the minors with a pulled groin, so we're going to replace him. Can we win 60 games this season? We should be able to. And wow, now we got an injury to Aaron Miller, so he's going to be replaced. And Steve Sullivan is back in the lineup, so that is huge for us. Sorry, Dave, but you got to get scratched. Even though he did have 20 points in 39 games. So, where are you? There you are. So Sullivan in, Watt down, Donovan down. Yeah, that's going to definitely help out our offense a bit, having Sullivan in the lineup, even though Anderchuk was doing pretty good. Yeah, we're still winning games. Good job, boys. Can we hit 60 wins this season? We might. Yeah, we're probably going to win our third President's Trophy already, which is pretty good. So Aaron Miller back in the lineup. Okay, so yeah, we could hit 60 wins if we win pretty much everything else this season. Amari Roach is back for the minors. Okay, Amari, you're going to go right here where Reese Harsh is. He's up to a 74. Yeah, Amari Roach is taking his time growing. He's not growing as fast as Mark Darmour did, but still whatever. Back-to-back shutouts, and there's another nice win. Mike Watt has been injured till April 7th. That's okay. That's not a big injury. And Anderchuk has been way better than him anyways, I think. But yeah, we are playing really good. We only had that one real hiccup, which is where we lost like 5 of 6 or something. Game against Phoenix is a tie. There's a loss again. Yeah, we can't hit 60 wins, but we could hit 59 wins at the most. Let's see if we could hit 59 wins. I don't remember how much we had last year. And really, what's with these late season injuries? Adam Foote has been injured with post-concussion syndrome, and he's out till March the 30th, or May the 30th. So, yeah, he's going to miss most of the playoffs. So we are without now a defenseman for the playoffs. Last year we were without Forsberg for most of the playoffs. Now we have to find a way to win without Adam Foote, which should be doable considering we've got some good growth from Strudwick. But still, that is not a good time for an injury. So who was it that was back? Oh yeah, Mike Watt. Do I want to put Mike Watt in, or do I want to leave him as depth? You know, I think I might leave Mike Watt as depth because Anderchuk's been really good. How good has Watt been actually though? Watt's actually been better. Yeah, I guess I'll put Watt back in, but definitely Anderchuk will come in if there's any injuries in the playoffs. Because we definitely want to get him that Stanley Cup this year. So there you go. And there's a win. So 58, 14, and 10 record. Really good season. Let's take a look at those player stats shortly. 100 points for Forsberg. Jeez. This guy might win his third straight like Art Ross. Or not third straight, but third Art Ross already and stuff like that. Okay, so player stats, and then we'll take a look at the standings, and then we'll take a look at who we're facing in the first round of the playoffs. Okay, so Forsberg 100 points in 82 games, Fleury 93, Sakic 92. So yeah, that top line's still contributing. And holy shit, yo, this Strudwick guy, I love him. Wow, just wow. 61 points in 82 games, and that was his rookie season as a defenseman. He might win a Norris in his first season. Just wow, look at that. This guy plays two seasons in the AHL, or not AHL, SHL, where he plays 40 games, only 3 points. Plays one season in the AHL, 31 points in 68 games. Comes to the NHL, just puts up a casual 61 points in his rookie season. Wow. Damn, I really love that guy. He's going to be a career-long Av, I could tell you that right now. Drury 60 points, Haydu 53, Sullivan 40 points in 46 games. Unfortunately, he had that one major injury. Forbes 39 points, Ozlin's 35, Zadorov 35. Wow, really good season for him. Just on the fourth line, yeah, he was averaging only 10 minutes of ice time a game too. Bula's 31 points, Donovan 30 points, Watt 28, Anderchuk 22 and 48, Culp 22 points in his rookie season, averaging only 9:55 of ice time. Miller 19 points in 80 games, Foote 15 points in 65 games, Dandino and Darren Moore 14 points, and McBain 4 points. So everybody on this team did really good. Patrick Waugh 45-11 and 0 with 3 shutouts and 929 save percentage and a 2.06. But look at his backup, another rookie that could win the Calder, 15-5 with 3 shutouts, a 931 save percentage and a 2.03 goals against average. So we might have one of our rookies win the Calder this year. I would assume Strubik gets it, but then again, Carter could win it. But it's really hard to get goalies to win it in this type of GM mode. Let's just take a look at the entire league. So yeah, Forsberg led the entire league with 100 points. Who led in goals? Sakic led in goals, are exactly tied with Radulov in goals, but I think Sakic takes it because he's a plus 52. I could be wrong with that. Goalies, the best goalie this season was Patrick Waugh, I think. Or, yeah, it could be Patrick Waugh. Let's check wins. Yeah, Patrick Waugh had the most wins, so I think he takes home the Vezina this year. Save percentage-wise, the best was Corey Schwab. Goals against average-wise, the best was Corey Schwab as well. So, that's a tough one to call. How about rookie skaters? The best rookie this season, by far, was Strudwick. He outscored Tate Cook, who was drafted 9th overall even, and all these other guys. He even outscored the franchise guy that went 1st overall. Jeez. Yeah, I love Strudwick. He is very good, especially on that power play. And then rookie goalies, let's go here. Should be Carter. That's the best out of everybody, right? Yeah, Carter is the best rookie goalie. Well, actually, yeah, he is, because he had a way better record than Mior did. So that is that. Let's take a look at the standings. Sorry if that was a little long going through that. Just kind of interesting. So entire league, yeah, we won another President's Trophy. 126 points. Jeez. Good stuff, guys. Goals for per game. We were the best offensive team by almost 0.5 goals per game. Which is pretty insane. Then you go to our goals against per game. We were the second best defensive team, just behind Tampa Bay. Our power play unit was all the way here at, I think that's like 8th, 2, 4, 6, 7th, I think. So yeah, we had a really good everything really this season. And our penalty kill, wow, our penalty kill was actually really bad, I think. Didn't I say that or no? Yeah, our penalty kill was one of the worst in the entire league. Okay, that is really weird. 80.2%, so I might have to change up the penalty kill unit. because that's the only thing that's struggling with his team. But then again, we're still winning games, so it doesn't really matter that much. So that's kind of interesting. So now let's see who we're up against in the first round of the playoffs. Hopefully this is not a first round exit because this team is really good. And it's going to be the St. Louis Blues. So I think we've never played St. Louis in the playoffs before. Maybe if we did, it was back in year 1. But let's take a look at their roster for the season. So they have Eric Dezay with Pavel Demitra and Pat Falloon. So they got the bust guy. They got a really good player in Demitra, and Dezay is pretty underrated. Second line, Jim Campbell, Michael Hanzus has grown to an 85, and Scott Young. So Scott Young used to actually play in Colorado, so that's kind of interesting. He actually won a Stanley Cup with Colorado. Then you also got Scott Polarin, Pierre Turgeon, another former Av, and Rob Zaminer. So yeah, it looks like a lot of their team is really old right now, like in their 30s. Fourth line, Gabriel Gagne with Scott Thornton, who was with us a couple seasons ago, and Clark Wilm. Defensively, Chris Pronger, 91 overall. Jeez, yeah, I don't like that guy. He's probably gonna like throw a lot of hits on us. They also got Mikko Vikola, who was drafted 20th overall in 2019. Steve Smith, who's still playing at 40 years old, with Joseph Boumedienne. And then they also got Chris Bindulis and Gustav Zubov, who's the brother, we'll say, of our Zubov and Miners. Interesting. Goalie-wise, they got Roman Cechmanek, who's dropping off a bit, and Joel Hofer as backup. Scratched Lance Pitlick, who's dropped off a lot, Alexei Toropchenko, and Blair Achanim, who's also dropping off. So, overall-wise, they have a good team, but they are running out of time to win a Stanley Cup just based on age and stuff like that. So, I think we obviously have the upper hand with how we played during the season, as long as our power play just like continues to do what it was doing, and then our offense continues to play great, our goalies play great, all that sort of stuff. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of our Colorado Avalanche franchise mode. So in next episode, we will take it to the first round of the playoffs, where we take on the St. Louis Blues and hope to get to the second round. Just based on the fact that we had a really good season, I'm kind of nervous about that. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.